Hey y'all, hey, it is y'all's favorite real estate diva, Miss Felice Robinson. We have been talking about wholesaling. We talked about 10 myths, we talked about 10 cities where you can wholesale, and now today we're going to talk about some places, 5 places where you can find buyers and sellers. So grab your pens, grab your papers, get your notes ready, get whatever that you take notes. If this is your first time here, welcome. I appreciate you being here. And if you've been here before, thank you for coming back. I appreciate the support. However, I need y'all to do a little favor for me. Share this live stream out with at least 4 people on your list. 3 people, 2 people, 5 people, however many people you feel are going to get the advantage of learning more about wholesaling real estate and being out here. Now, the one thing we are going to do today is I'm going to give you 5 places where you can find buyers and 5 places where you can find sellers. Because some of you are stuck in that situation where you don't know where to look, you don't know what to do, you don't know how to do. And I got something for y'all for that. So don't forget, Monday on the live stream, Table of 20 starts. Table of 20 is a intensive strategy session I'm having with 20 people. So it's going to be, part of the Lunch and Learn. The Lunch and Learn will be free and streamed on all platforms where I hang out. Hang out on social media quite a bit. So if you're watching me right now, this is the platform it will be on. So 12 o'clock Monday Eastern time, we will start wholesaling real estate. That's our Lunch and Learn for the month of January 2025. And I can say we are ready for it. So I've given you 10 plus cities where you can wholesale. I've given you 10 different not reasons. I gave you the 10 plus cities. I gave you the 10 myths about wholesaling. And I gave you 10 common mistakes that everybody seems to make when they first start wholesaling real estate. Today, I'm going to give you 5 places where you can find buyers and sellers. So if y'all ready, put ready in the chat so we can get started. Put ready. Let me see the readies. As soon as I see ready in the chat, we'll get started. I just need one person to do it. Y'all be acting all shy like y'all don't want anybody to know y'all don't hear it. We see y'all. Okay. So put ready in the chat and we will get started. Ready. Thank you for the ready. Got it. Now, the first place that you can start looking for buyers, I'm going to give you the 5 places you can find buyers. In order to find buyers, you can go to Real Estate Investor Association meetups, RIA meetings. Okay, RIA meetings, our local investor meetups are filled with active cash buyers looking for deals. But there's a way that you have to do the RIA meetings. First, join the RIA meeting so you get invited to more meetings. And once you start going to one meeting, other people are going to start inviting you to other meetings that they're having. So you want to go to the RIA meetings. You build your network. And we always talk about your network is your net worth. So bring details about your properties to the meeting. When you go to a RIA meeting, if you don't have a property, get what they're looking for. And if you do have a property, talk about the property that you have. Somebody might want it. Just as simple. And collect the business cards. Now, y'all know my trick with the business cards. When you're collecting these business cards, turn them over. Have a specific conversation with the person that is giving you the card. Ask them, hey, thank you for your card. What type of properties are you looking for? And as they're talking, you're either going to take a mental note, if you can remember, or you're going to flip the card and say, hey, you know what? I'm going to write down what you want, and I'm going to contact you as soon as I find it. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down all their information is on the front. On the back of the card, flip it over. You're going to write down what type of property they want, how much money they're going to spend on it, and when or how soon are they looking to close? Because those are the 3 main questions you should be asking. Who, but where, why, and how. Who's buying? What do they want? When are they closing? How are they paying? And how soon do they want to see it? Who, what, where, when, why, and how. Do you care why they're purchasing the property? Yes. Why do you want to purchase this type of property? That way, if you come across other properties that meet the same criteria, this one may not be the one, but the next one might be the one. You want to make sure you write down what they want. Then after you collect those business cards, you're going to call that person within 3 days. If you do not follow up within 3 days, trust me and believe me, they have forgotten about you. So within 3 days, you're going to follow up. All right. You're going to follow up. All right. Now, when you're talking as a wholesaler and you're at these RIA meetings and you meet the investors at RIA meetings, I'm going to give you a brief script. Write it down because it's not staying up. Okay. Hi, my name is Lisa. I'm a wholesaler specializing in the Rochester, New York area. I often come across off-market properties that could be great for investors like yourself. What are you currently looking for? That's all I want to know. That's the question you're going to end with because it's the first question you're going to start. What are they looking for? When are you interested in closing, or how soon can you close if I find you this property? If you can't close quickly, if we can't close quickly, then what we're going to do is how much time do you need to close? What areas are you looking to close in? You can start this out with so many different types of information, so many different types of questions, but every single question you ask should be who, what, where, when, why, how. Not is you, do you, have you, will you, can you, because the answer is always no. You don't want to give anybody a chance to say no. You want to give everybody the chance to completely answer a question that you ask. That is why we don't ask yes or no questions. Got it? Everybody cool and good? All right. Now, y'all know I go live out here in these streets, and the girl forgot to include her groups. So everybody got that. So where's the first place that you can go to find buyers? I just said it. I just gave you the whole play-by-play on it. So I know y'all know. So let me see it in the comments. Where is that first place you guys can go to find buyers? Plug in my iPad so I can keep my notes up. All right, RIA meetings. First place. RIA meetings. Second place, and this is my favorite one, to be honest with you, social media. Facebook groups and social media platforms. This is the best place you're going to find. Why? Many local real estate investors hang out and are active in these Facebook groups because they know wholesalers are posting their deals in these groups. So you have to be careful what types of group you're in. Be specific. Be group specific. And when I say that, what I mean is let your group be specific to the area you're in, the types of property you wholesale. So if you're wholesaling single family homes, don't be in a multifamily group. It's just not going to happen. So you want to be where the buyers are. Okay. Join local real estate investing and wholesale groups. You want to be in other wholesale groups because you want to network with other wholesalers, because some wholesalers have buyers, some wholesalers have properties, and some have both. Either way, you want to be able to have a base to JV with. Okay. Now, post the details. This is the problem. This is the biggest problem some of you have. Nobody knows you're a wholesaler. You're so afraid of somebody finding out that you wholesale real estate. Nobody knows you're a wholesaler. Okay, if nobody knows, how are you going to pay? What are you hiding from? What are you scared of? The money? Because that's the only thing you're hiding from is the money. Okay, so if you are wholesaling, you shouldn't be afraid. Your page shouldn't be private. Everything you post should be public. Let me correct that. Everything pertaining to real estate should be public. Not only is it for your buying audience, the people who are going to be buying from you. All my buyers follow me. I'm being honest. All my buyers follow me. All my buyers can put my name and see all my stuff on any platform. All of my sellers follow me. Want to know why? Because they sell with me more than once. Now, other JV partners follow me. Other people learning to wholesale real estate will follow me. Whatever it is, it can't be private. You have to be public. If you want to make money on social media, you have to be public. Why are you putting things on social media you don't want nobody to see anyway? I never understood that concept. And why are the people who don't like you and don't wish you well or whatever, if they don't like you, they don't like you, block them. Who cares? Okay. Now, when you engage with potential buyers through the comments and the private messages, that's where you're going to meet people. People will drop their email address. And you're like, why are people dropping their email address? Because this is how you're going to get in contact with the people. This is how they want to be contacted. I've had people drop in my comments their phone numbers, their email addresses. If they don't put it in the comments, they will DM me and they will give me their phone numbers, their email addresses. I got JV partners sending me properties in my DMs. Why? Because I post all the time about the properties I have, or I post about what's going on in real estate, or I post about, or I go live stream and I teach you guys about real estate. People will come. You guys are afraid to let people know what you're doing. Why? Don't nobody care about you. I mean, let's be real honest. Nobody cares. Ain't nobody caring. Nobody. Okay. The only person checking for you and wishing for you to do bad is a hater. And I never met anybody that's above you hating on you. It just don't happen. So stop it. Okay. Now, when you are in Facebook groups, there's a post that you can and should use in these Facebook groups. If you see people post on other people's posts, go in and say, hi, my name is Lisa. I saw you in the Keys, Deeds, and Profits group. I specialize in finding off-market deals in Tampa, Florida. Are you actively looking to invest in for investment opportunities? Or what type of investment opportunities are you looking for? How soon are you looking to close? These are the things you should be asking people. Make it make sense. Y'all on social media fight with your cousins and your brothers and your sisters and your boyfriends, other girlfriends, and all this other stuff. Do something productive with your life. Post your properties, post your deals, post anything. You can share my stuff. I don't care what you do, but you need to be actively showing that you are in real estate in order to be a successful wholesaler. Make it make sense. Number 3, put 3 in the comments if you're still listening. Put 3 in the comments and let us get ready. Okay, this one is going to be a little controversial because these people do not want to see you do well. But however, we don't care. Okay, we do not care. All right, now, if the number 3 is real estate agents with investor clients, this is where you can find buyers. What are you going to say to a real estate agent? Real estate agent, look, they trying to make a commission. If you are trying to be a successful wholesaler, you need to have a good relationship with real estate investors. I'm saying this as a licensed broker. You need to have good relationships with a licensed real estate agent. Now, if y'all don't believe me, don't. But I have a good relationship with a few real estate agents in Buffalo, and they have gotten paid with me, and they've gotten paid quite nicely. So yeah, we are out here in the thing. Now, here's why you need to have a relationship with agents. Real estate agents often represent buyers who are actively looking for property. There are more real estate agents with buyers than there are real estate agents with listings. And that's just a proven fact. If that wasn't the case, we wouldn't be in the seller's market right now. Okay. First thing you're going to do is contact an agent that specializes in investment buyers who are investment properties. They have buyers. If the agent is familiar with the investor side of it, they more than likely have a roster of buyers. That's number 1. Number two, you want to offer to bring them deals with their clients' needs. Now, I see real estate agents on social media, on Facebook and Instagram mostly, all the time, showcasing other people's properties, showcasing their properties, stating what they're looking for. Why are you not on there commenting and telling them what you have? Some people, some home buyers, and I told you guys this the other day when I listed the mistakes. You guys as wholesalers have a tendency to continuously think that you can only wholesale a zombie house, a distressed house. That's not true. I wholesale houses that people can actually go in, clean up, and move right into. You can wholesale anything that's real estate, and it does not have to be a rundown piece of crap. Okay? Build a relationship so that you can repeat the transactions. Real estate agents are in the business of getting paid. Okay? 90% of them want to seriously help their clients find houses. And if you are out here in this world finding these houses, especially if you got investor clients, a lot of real estate agents do not specialize in off-market finds. They only deal with houses on the market. So guess what you can partner with your real estate agent and do? Hey, if you can bring me this deal, I can convince my investor to let you list it when you're done. Hey, if we can close this deal, how about I give you XYZ elemental P commission? See how that works? Just got to get it done. And what you're going to say is, hi, Delisa Robinson, the agent. My name is Jane Doe, and I specialize in finding off-market deals in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Do you currently have any clients looking for investment properties? I'd love to collaborate. See how that works? If you're a smart wholesaler, you're going to have enough cushion in your JV, in your wholesale deal, so that you can and will have room for a commission for your real estate agent partner. The last real estate agent I partnered with on a wholesale deal, she walked away with about $5,000 in commission on a house that she only would have gotten maybe $4,000. So she got extra $1,000 working with me. I've had other agents where I've said, yep, I can give you up to XYZ, 5,000. I've given agents $5,000 on houses that they would have only gotten maybe 1,500. I'm not a stingy person when you work with me. I like working with real estate agents. It's good stuff. All right. So the next place you're going to find buyers. Mind you, today we're looking for buyers and sellers. Today we're going to be doing buyers. Buyers list. Okay. Public records. Let me explain this to y'all. Public records can reveal recent cash transactions and the buyers who bought them. So you look at some of the, search your county's property records for recent cash transactions. Once you do that, you compile a list of the active buyers. In some cases, their information is very public and their phone numbers are there. Reach out to them via mail or phone and say, hey, my name is Lise. Hey, John, I saw you recently purchased a property at XYZ address. I often come across similar off-market deals, and I wanted to see if you would be interested in adding to your portfolio. So it's that simple. All right. Yeah. All right. I'm seeing a lot of confusion. Another place that you can find buyers, real estate attorneys and title companies. Real estate attorneys and title companies often know investors that are closing in your area. Hello. If there are investors that are buying up all these properties, they need a real estate attorney to do it, especially if they're doing it off market. They need a title company to do it. So call the local title company, see if they have a list of current investors or if they know anybody that's actively buying, and see if they would be willing to connect you with that person. I recently called, I'm in the process of closing a deal, and I recently called my personal attorney. And I said, hey, do you know anybody who's buying in Syracuse? I got 2 properties for the price of 1. Would they be interested? He said, you know what? Let me put in contact with them. Just as simple. So I'm not telling you to do anything that I haven't done. I'm telling you that they build a relationship title and the attorney who are experienced in working with wholesalers. You want to make sure that is the deal because they need to know you wholesaling it. The buyer needs to know you wholesaling it. The seller needs to know you're wholesaling. Okay. Now, ask for referrals to the active investors. You only got to make this phone call once because there's only one connection that needs to be made. And once that one connection is made, you've got a buyer. You've got a quality buyer. How do you know a quality buyer? Because they've already closed deals with your attorney or title company. So that's how you have to do it. Okay. Now, offer to send them business in return. When I say real estate is a relationship business, it is a relationship business. I have burned bridges. People have my bridge. Okay. You don't want to do that. You do not want to do that. And do I feel bad about some of the bridges I burned? Yeah, I do. But it was done for a reason. And you just call it what it is. However, this is a relationship business and you need to have relationships. So if somebody is giving you their contact, their lead, you should be giving them referrals. It's not all about you. Real estate is not only a relationship business, it is a service business. You are here to serve. And as long as you are serving and giving good quality service, you will continue to be good. All right. You will continue to have people to service if you continue to give good service. And that's just the law. All right. Now, that's it for where you can find buyers. Now, let's talk about sellers. 5 places you can find sellers and the script. I'm going to be honest. 5 places you can find sellers. Y'all ready for this? Y'all write them down? All right. I don't want no stuff. I won't start none, won't be none. Just saying. Driving for dollars. This doesn't cost you anything. Nothing I've said so far costs you anything except for attending a RIA meeting. Not all RIA meetings are charged. Some of them do charge you. And that's because they serve food and refreshments and they have to pay for their venue and things like that. So that's why. Okay. All right. Now, driving for dollars. The reason we want to drive for dollars twofold. 1, it's free, just costs you gas in your car. And 2, you can find properties easily. You can easily spot distressed homes. If you live in the north and it snows, look for the house that has not been shoveled. Look at the house that has had the mailboxes overflowing with mail. Look at the house with the roof that's not being repaired. Look at the house with the shabby windows, the chipped paint, the houses that are boarded up. Those are the ones you want to look at. Okay. Now, no address and skip trace the owners. If you want information on how you can skip trace the owners, you can go to my YouTube channel, Delisa Robinson, the Real Estate Diva. I have a video there that will specifically tell you exactly how to search your county records for your county or city records, the address, and tell you how to look up the phone numbers for the individuals. Okay. You drive around the property, contact the owners directly with your phone or mail. Now, with all these disasters that are going on right now, a lot of cities and states are under a state of emergency. You must know it is against the law to call during a state of emergency. So send a letter. It's high as heck, but still send a letter. Okay? Now, when you get people on the phone, you can say, hey, John, my name is Lisa Robinson. I noticed your property at 123 Main Street, and I wanted to see what were your plans for this property. How many offers have you received on this property? When do you plan to renovate this property? I had a neighbor for the stress property that I bought. The neighbor called me because when I move into it, when I start fixing up a neighborhood, if I'm going to be fixing up one house, I reach out to the neighbors in the other areas and introduce myself. Why? One, they may want to sell me their house, and two, they now know that somebody's actively going to be working on this house, so they're going to look out for this house for me. So they're going to make sure there are no squatters. So when I gave her my information, and it took us, we got shut down for 30 days on this job for because my contractor didn't pull the right permit. He pulled the permit, just not the right one. And he said, and the neighbor called me. She goes, "So when do you plan to finish this renovation? I noticed you guys have been over here for a couple of weeks. When do you plan to finish the renovation?" So you have to be neighborly, okay? Just as simple. Number two, where can you find sellers? Direct mail. I just said it. When you're mailing things out, when you're doing mailers, you want to do a just quick, hey, you want to send letters and postcards can reach absentee owners and landlords that you may not be able to reach on the phone. Because you have to understand, especially if you're doing virtual wholesaling, if you are in one area and you're calling from your phone or your dialer is dialing, those numbers don't show up in their phones and they come up as spam sometimes. So these people may not see you dialing. They may not know your number, they may not answer. I have a thing on my phone where I can flip the switch and it says if you're not locked into my phone, send them straight to voicemail. So that's why a lot of people get frustrated with calling because they don't get through to people. And it's, hey, I don't know what to say. There's nothing we can do with that. But you want to send a letter. And this is what I do. When I first pull my list, I send a letter to everybody on the list. Sure do. And Monday, when we get into the table for 20, we're going to construct, this is called a yellow letter or a mailer or a postcard, whatever you want to call it. But we are going to be constructing these yellow letters. We're going to be constructing our scripts for cold calling. We're going to be constructing our text messages for texting. So you can get these owners, so you can go out and say, hey, is this what you want to do? You can reach and mass produce mailers. I'm going to show you how to do it if you're on Microsoft Office and how to do a mail merge, or how I when I handwrite notes to people that I've already spoken to, things of that nature. We're going to be doing that in the table for 20, which is at 1 o'clock after the lunch and learn next week. Okay, if you're interested in the table for 20, you can easily register. Just click the link in my bio and go to the resource section and tap the first picture that says table for 20, and the link will come up. Okay, next, you are going to follow up with a phone call. When you send a letter, follow up with a phone call. When you send a letter, you're going to have to follow up with a phone call. Definitely. So one thing we have to do, once we follow up with that phone call, I follow up with a phone call. And then if I send up for a follow-up phone call after sending a postcard, I'm going to say, hey, I sent you a postcard about your property on 123 Main Street. I wanted to follow up to see if you were interested in my offer. And you just leave it that way. Yep. Number 3, this is easy. For sale by owners. Search first. The reason why is because they're already motivated to sell, because they're already for sale by owner. So you go to for sale by owners, and I tell people this all the time. You'd be surprised how many times I tell people to do this and they don't do it. Yeah, what am I supposed to do at that point? We tell people all the time, for sale by owner, this is what you need to do, and then they don't do it. So you say, hey, you search the FSBO, you contact the seller, you discuss the property, you make arrangements to go see the property. Once, then you present a cash offer. You don't need pictures because the pictures are there, but you do want somebody to set foot in that house to make sure the pictures are correct, because they're not always correct. I had a girl, literally, I don't know if she was trying to scam people or she just didn't know, but her and one of my students were going to JV on a property. And my student was just like, okay, cool, we'll JV. They got into the JV agreement. My student starts marketing this property. How about there was no property? There was no property on the land. Another person came in and said, hey, you might not know this, but that house burned down like 2 years ago. The pictures on Google are not right. And that's what the JV partner was doing. She was using the pictures on Google instead of having someone go to the property and see that there was no property there. Okay. So we're not going to do that. Okay. Number 4, foreclosures and distressed sellers. Let me explain to you what a distressed property is. A distressed property is a property that needs work. We already know that. But a distressed property is also a property that's getting ready to hit foreclosure, that doesn't have their mortgages up to date, that's delinquent, not defaulted. Delinquent means they're a few months past due. Defaulted, they're already going through the foreclosure process. Okay? So you want delinquents, not defaulted. And that once you get them when they're delinquent, 120 days or less, that's when you can start making deals and getting things in order, okay? Now, owners facing foreclosure are more motivated to sell and to sell quickly. So that's how we can get houses. And they're interested because they can still make money on the property. That's why. This is where you can get your subject to deals from. This is where you can get your seller financing deals from. Because if they're on defaulted for taxes, you can just pay the back taxes and then pay them the rest of the money for the house. It's so many different ways you can do real estate. So why not? Okay. Hi, I came across your property. Here's the speech for it. Hi, I came across your property at 123 Main Street, and I wanted to see if I can help. I specialize in helping owners in tough situations, can offer no obligation, quick cash closings. See how that works? Keep telling you, your girl is smart. So we're going to get this in here, okay? Now, number 5. 5, fifth and final. Where can you find sellers? Online classifieds, Facebook Marketplace, Fizbo's.com, for sale by owner.com, Zillow.com. Craigslist is still a thing, people. You'd be surprised. Okay. Many homeowners post their properties to sell directly on these platforms. So search your classifieds for the properties in your target area. Go through and contact the sellers to discuss arrangements and terms and offer solutions if you can. And be professional in prompting your response. All right. Now, all you say is you respond back to them on the platform. You say, hey, I saw your house on Facebook Marketplace and I wanted to see if you're still accepting offers. Hey, I saw your property on Zillow and I want to see if you're still accepting offers. Hey, I saw your property on Craigslist and I want to make sure it's a real offer. You know, it's a real house for sale, because on Craigslist, there's a lot of fraud. One of my houses that I had for sale as a real estate agent, I had listed this lady's house and somebody on Craigslist had it listed for rent. Sure did. So you got to be careful with that. Okay. You can say, I make cash offers quickly and would like to assist you in selling this property. How soon are you looking to close? Why are you looking to close? Things like that. So that is how we do this. We'll get into more details on all the down and the dirty of this real estate business on Monday with our Table of 20 Lunch and Learn. This January, we are doing wholesaling real estate. The first hour from 12 to 1 Eastern Standard Time will be spent teaching the ins and outs of the real estate game, the wholesaling real estate game. We're going to learn how to work with buyers, how to work with sellers, how to numbers. That's the most important part. And I told you guys that the other day. How to do your numbers, how to budget, what your budget is going to look like when you start making money. What are we doing? We're going to talk about how to use creative finance strategies to wholesale real estate. That's everything we're going to be doing. Then we're going to turn off the cameras on the live stream and we're going to get busy in Zoom from 1 to 2 p.m. Then that's the table of 20. Only 20 people are invited to this live stream. Only 20 people will be invited to this table of 20. That's why it's called a table for 20. I will be in there working with each and every last one of you one-on-one in this group setting. We're going to go over your numbers. We're going to go over your scripts. We're going to create your business. We're going to set up your systems. I'm going to show you my systems, and we're going to get down and dirty and busy. So if you want that type of hands-on training, you need to register for the table of 20. The Lunch and Learn will start at 12 p.m. from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. Monday through Friday next week. And it will be free because I'm going to live stream it right on social media. It's going to be inside my Facebook groups, on my Instagram, probably on TikTok, LinkedIn, and YouTube channels. Once this camera stops rolling, we're just going to be strictly in Zoom. Now, those of you on this table for 20, you will be in Zoom the whole time. We will be in there and we will be working. Once we turn those cameras off, we get to work. That's the table of 20. And we're going to go over. Now, what do you get for being in the table of 20? Not only do you get the live session with me for an extra hour every day, you're also going to get the replays for both sections, the live stream and the Zoom strategy sessions. You're also going to get course materials, and we're going to be working together. You're going to get discount. You also get discounts for our future live training, some future live events, because the table of 20 is going on the road, okay? This summer, I will be live in cities across the country, and we will be doing a table for 20 live and in person. Each city will have a different topic that we're going to cover. Just like every table of 20 this year, January is wholesaling. Table of 20 for February will be funding. So for those of you who need to get funded, you need to be in table for February. Okay, so that's where we are. That's how it's going. I am going to get ready to log off of this thing. Why? Because girl got so much to do, and my phone been ringing the whole time that we've been on this live stream, and I got to start getting back into answering some of my text messages, emails, and phone calls. Now, if you are interested in learning how to wholesale real estate, follow me on all my social media platforms. My name is Lisa Robinson. I am y'all's favorite real estate diva out on these state streets. Wholesaling real estate is just one of the many things that I do. So when I say I'm slutting up here in these streets, just know everything. Okay, now, like I always tell you guys before we log off, what do I tell you? You can choose to be anything you want in this world. I just hope you choose kind, because at some point in your life, somebody has been kind to you, and it's good to pay kindness forward. Not only does paying kindness forward make you a good person, we all do it, makes the world a much better place. And we know we can use some kindness in this world right now today. If this is your first time, it'll be your last. And if you've been here before, what? Thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. Now, if you are interested in the table of 20, I will drop the link. If you're on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and YouTube, I will drop the link underneath this. And if you're in Instagram, go to the link in my bio. On any platform, you can go to the link in my bio, tap the button, tap the link button, go down to the resource section. First picture says table of 20. Click that, and you can register for the table of 20. And some of my other courses and classes that are there too. But table of 20 is there in this big yellow picture. All right. Now, I'm going to get out of here because, yeah, it's almost 3. It's almost 4. And I really have to get on the phone and make a whole bunch of phone calls to some property owners. So I will be talking to you soon. If you have any questions about anything that we've discussed today, hit me up in my DMs and we can talk about it. I will talk to you all later. Bye-bye.